Micro habits are small, simple actions you can take every day that add up and greatly impact your life on the long term. Have you been trying to build better habits in 2024, but you're just simply struggling to implement big changes? In today's video, I'm sharing my favorite micro habits that I implemented in 2024 that seriously elevated my life, and they make me feel healthier, happier, and calmer as well. And the best thing, all of these habits take 5 to 15 minutes, so it should be fairly easy to implement them into your everyday routine. So the first category is morning habits, and we're going to be talking about 3 micro habits that you can do every single morning. The first micro habit is making your bed every day. I feel like this is such an underrated little habit. It honestly takes 2 to 10 minutes depending on your whole bed setup situation, but it gives you such an instant productivity tool, and I definitely feel like it helps me personally to just make the bed in the morning and get it done. And every time I walk past the bedroom, it just makes me feel so proud of myself because I already achieved something in the morning. So that just gives me a little bit more confidence, and also, like I said, a productivity boost to keep going and be productive for the day. The next micro habit is a 15-minute cleanup every single day. And this is something I honestly started doing when we moved away from Stockholm and the apartment that we lived in to this bigger house in the south of Sweden. I feel like doing this every single day ensures a couple of things. First of all, if I spend 15 minutes every day to just clean up and sort of keep things on a level of cleanliness, that means that I will never have to tackle huge messes around the house ever again, because things just honestly don't pile up. And I absolutely love this habit because it instantly makes me feel like I have a clean slate for the day. And I just kind of realized after some weeks of doing this that it helps me be calmer throughout the day, because it just honestly feels so much nicer to be in a clean environment where I don't have to look at like dirty plates or laundry or whatever. So I honestly think this is my favorite micro habit in 2024 that I've implemented. Third micro habit is meditation and journaling, and I talk about this so much, both of these habits. And of course, it's your preference which one you like to try or do more and which one helps you more. But I found that both meditation and journaling, personally for me, are super valuable because they help me sort of combat intrusive thoughts and hard feelings. And sometimes there are things that you don't feel ready to share with anyone, you don't really want to bring them up, or they just feel silly or whatever. But then it's so easy to just grab a journal and write down those thoughts to understand where they're coming from and what they actually mean. Sometimes you just have a bad day and you just want to journal about that. And then meditation really helps me sort of understand certain things that I've been thinking about and put the puzzle pieces together and see how they actually fit and what my thoughts and emotions and feelings actually mean. So highly recommend taking like 5 to 15 minutes every day to do either meditation or journaling, or if you're very ambitious, you could try and do both. Hey, I just wanted to pop in here and say hi. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Niki and I create videos hoping to inspire people to nurture their mind, body, and spirit. And I'm also 30 weeks pregnant with our first baby, so I'm sharing my whole pregnancy journey as well. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content. And now, let's get back to those micro habits. The next category is day habits. So these are all the micro habits that you could be doing throughout the day that seriously elevate your life. And the first one is drinking water. I know that now that I'm pregnant, it's even more important for me to drink enough water, which I think usually it would be 1.5 liters, but throughout pregnancy, it's more like 2.2 liters per day. I definitely don't meet that every single day, but I do try my best to get there. I talked about this in other videos as well, but our body is actually 70-ish% water. So it's really important that we drink water. And I remember there were times but I would not drink water for like a week. I was just drinking soft drinks and juices and things like that. And that definitely showed in my hair, on my skin, and just my overall mental and physical health, to be honest. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like the taste of water, I totally get it. I've been there, done that. So you can start taking small steps and actually help yourself. You could be drinking infused water. You can use different fruits, vegetables like strawberries, cucumbers, blueberries, strawberries, whatever. You can also get very good electrolytes that like taste nice, or even collagen or some sort of supplement as well. And that is not the ideal sort of state where you want to be in. But I think especially in the beginning, when you're someone maybe transitioning into drinking a lot more water, that definitely helps achieving your goals. And then again, you can also opt for tea, but make sure that you try to drink tea without any sort of sugar or sweetener or anything like that, so that it doesn't become like just a sweet drink, basically. The second micro habit is going outside for 15 minutes every single day. And this is such a game changer. I'm telling you, it's just seriously the best thing ever. I myself have a dog, so I of course walk him 2 or 3 times a day, every single day. So I walk about 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes even a little bit more, depending on the weather and my mood and my energy levels as well. And I'm super excited because spring has finally come to Sweden, so it feels so nice, even though most days are still not sunny or super warm, but you can kind of just go in like a little jacket and things like that, and it just feels so refreshing to be outside. Now, if you don't have a dog or you don't have to walk anywhere, you can also just opt for drinking your coffee outside, or try and maybe go for a walk with your family after work or before dinner or something like that. Especially on the days when I don't feel great, it helps so much and gives me so much mental clarity, to be honest, and like oxytocin as well, to just go outside and get some slow movement in. So I definitely highly recommend trying to combine going outside with actually some movement outside, whether that's just like walking or gardening or something like that. Maybe even a quick little workout, 5-10 minutes is totally fine. It gives you such an energy boost and clarity of mind as well. You will definitely not regret implementing this one into your daily routine. The last micro habit in this category is speaking kindly to yourself. A human being has about 15 to 20,000 thoughts per day, and most of those thoughts are repetitive thoughts, which means we keep repeating the same or very similar thoughts in our heads every single day. Now, the bad news is about 80% of thoughts of an average person are negative thoughts. So if you translate that into reality, that means that we keep repeating the same negative things to ourselves. And not just for days, but over months and years and decades as well. It's so important to check your language and how you speak to yourself and how you speak about yourself. Your mind is your home, and that should be the safest place on earth for you. If you want to change that, the first thing is to actually catch yourself when you're talking negatively to yourself. And then I have a little hack or trick that I wanted to share with you. So I managed to speak a lot more kinder to myself in the past year because of one single hack that I implemented in my life. And what I do is I set 4 to 6 reminders in my phone at the exact same time every single day. So I actually have to go in and engage and read it and then like complete them. So they don't go away until I do that. And that's a very important step because that means you actually have to read it. And that already helps change your thinking. So one of my reminders is I deserve love no matter what I do, or that I'm a positive person and things like that. So I highly recommend doing something like that. Make sure that it works for you. You can also put like stickers on your like bathroom mirror or your fridge, but it's so important that you actually spend time there and you reread those things so you can kind of reprogram your brain to look at the good stuff instead of the bad one. Oh, and another thing, I usually like to switch these up every like 6 to 8 months just to make sure that I keep adding more and more positive thoughts to my brain, so my brain can go and look into like a bigger collection of good things that I can think about myself. The last category is evening habits. So these are some micro habits that you could implement into your evening routine to elevate your life. And the first micro habit is reading 1 page every single day. I honestly included it here because I read most of the time before going to sleep, and there is a reason for that I'm going to tell you in a second. But most importantly, reading has so many benefits definitely for your brain development, your critical thinking, and so many other areas as well. It actually helps having a calmer mind, and it helps you get into this like sleepy mood before going to bed. So I think it does something with the brain waves that help you just get into this relaxed mood, so it gives you a better sleep. And I personally tried to read a bit more this year, even though I know that we're having a baby. I'm not sure how much time I will have once the baby is here. So I'm really trying to catch up on my reading in the first half of the year. And nowadays I'm reading about 10 to 15 pages every single night, sometimes even a bit more, sometimes a bit less. But I did find that having that routine of reading a few pages before sleep just puts me into that mood of having a nice, relaxed sleep. And also, I'm not looking at my phone, so it's already a win for me. The next micro habit is going to bed early, between 9 and 10 p.m. I used to stay up until like 1, 2, sometimes even 3 or 4 a.m. playing games on the computer and doing useless things, to be honest. My hormones were all over the place. I was sleep deprived all the time, very unhappy, and just spent my weekends sleeping because I was so tired all the time. And when Henrik and I got to know each other and we started becoming more serious, I kind of implemented his sleeping schedule, which was so much healthier. So we usually go to bed between like 8:30 and 9:30, and we wake up at 6 or 7, depending if it's a weekday or a weekend. But that also means I get to sleep usually 9+ hours. And yes, pregnancy insomnia is a thing. I've been a little bit struggling with that, but most nights I get a good sleep and I get a long sleep. One thing I actually learned this year is that most women are sleep deprived because we should be sleeping 9 to 12 hours every single night. Getting more and better sleep actually helps me maintain my other healthy habits and just gets me in a better mental mood, to be honest. So if you're sleep deprived or you're always tired, try to go to sleep earlier and try to see if sleeping a bit more helps you do better. The next micro habit in this section is leaving your phone outside of your bedroom. Our phones emit blue light, which interferes with melatonin production. And that simply just means that it interferes with your sleeping schedule. So leaving your phone outside of your bedroom will result in better sleep. I can definitely vouch for this one. You get such a nicer sleep when your phone is not in the room. Honestly, I kind of fallen back in this one, and I keep like bringing my phone into the bedroom nowadays, but I really need to start leaving the phone outside of the bedroom again. And it's not only better sleep, but if you're in a relationship, it's so nice to spend that extra few minutes in the morning and before sleep to talk about things, cuddle a little bit, or maybe even do something else than looking at your phone and both of you just like doom scrolling, lying next to each other. I feel like for me, it's like such a special time and opportunity to connect with each other. It just feels like it's such a special time to connect with your partner. So definitely for that reason as well, I think it's a super nice micro habit to implement into your daily routine. So those are all the micro habits I implemented in 2024. And if you want to learn more habits that are helping me elevate my life in 2024, you should check out this video. Otherwise, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope I see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.